Commander Ray, if you would give us the log for the day, please.
Commander's log, supplemental. We've just had an explosion and apparent and assassination attempt on Andon's landing. The apparent target that was going to be docking there next was Sandrine O'Ray on the Nario's Jewel. My mother, who was here to meet up with Senator Dathala Kolek. This is concerning for many reasons, and all of them and political, and I'm trying not to make it personal. But yeah, this is definitely not one of my better days of command. And now we have to figure out who exactly is doing this and why. And log.
So, not long after last time we met, Sandina Ray requested permission to dock with the outpost Andon. You also had in your custody one Klingon by the name of Mira, who was the one responsible for setting the explosion that caused the fire in one of your a plasma fire in one of your docking bays. But at the time, I believe there was some worry about how to handle the upcoming trade negotiation and exactly who was behind all this. So is any special delegation meeting up with Sandino in the docking area? Or is she unloading herself on her own comfort?
I'm going to be making my way down there quickly, but first I want Tamara, can you do a detailed scan for any more tricobalt explosives? I'm kind of worried that this might be a distractionary attack.
Believe I
Just
did last session out of game.
You did that? Okay.
To remember would be correct. There were no other tricobalt explosives detected aboard the outpost.
Okay, and we have the fire out. We have security personnel in medical, and we have repair teams. He's repairing Docking Bay A3. So I don't think there's any immediate logistical concerns for me. In that case, I'll leave command to Commander Tamara, and I'm gonna go meet the delegate.
Oh, you're meeting with Sandino or with the senator?
Sandino.
Okay. As the commander steps off the bridge, sorry, I should say station operations. There is a hail coming up from the docking ring.
Ensign, put it on.
This is Sub-Commander Tro of the Vasha, requesting permission to disembark. I want to do a patrol given recent events. See if there's anyone else out to do harm to your station.
My apologies, but you're currently in Federation space. I assure you, there is no need. We have it well under hand.
I believe it was your commander that suggested that should there be a call for red alert, we could disembark. Is this not true?
If you wish to leave, you are more than welcome to, but there is no need to conduct a patrol. I assure you, we have the situation well in hand.
You can give me a presence plus command or security difficulty of 1. Assisted by stations, communications plus command or security.
I'll just roll flat.
Nope.
Station comm security.
That's right. Oh no.
I'm not rolling the ship anymore. Not in this session.
There's nothing I can do with that complication.
Sorry.
Very well. What is your name?
Lieutenant Commander Tamira.
I'll be sure to note that in my log.
Very well.
Basha out.
Rather interesting.
I gotta love Romulans.
Indeed. Have station security up the level of status and make sure that all personnel who are inbound and disembarking are checked. For standard security protocol. For weapons.
Lieutenant Thala.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm going to ask you, given the Lieutenant Commander's request, to roll me. We're going to call this Control Security Difficulty 2 to make sure that everything's being checked without getting right down to like being invasive, but still being thorough.
Did you say control security?
Yes. You're being thorough, but with you and giving orders out to your men. Arguably present security in the same breath.
What's that?
Or present security. I figure control's probably better.
Gotcha.
And station will assist with communications plus security in that case.
You said presence?
Presence or control plus security.
Yeah, presence actually is better. So.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Bite my tongue.
That's all right. My presence is 11.
Good grief.
He's a big guy.
And the station. Maybe you get some momentum out of this. Or another complication.
I'm not touching it.
What's the station rolling?
Communications plus security. Gain yourself 1 momentum. And I'll track that, make life easy for everybody. Thala, you are able to instruct your officers and crew to inspect all the ships. And actually, none of the captains really raise a fuss about it, given that there was a red alert aboard and people would ask a quick question of what caused it, and the answer being a fire. They're like, "Oh, sure, you can check my ship." Like they don't. It becomes a very short conversation.
Right.
Like, "Oh, something actually happened. Yeah, sure, check my ship. I don't want mine to catch on fire." You know, that sort of thing. And you also make, because you did the roll, since you succeeded at the roll, you'll also make sure to have a sort of message to spacers sort of thing where you let ships coming in, hey, by the way, increase inspections. Be ready. Be sure to schedule for that.
Okay.
So you won't run into. According to the reports, though, and actually I can cut over here. At this moment, there is the two major ships that are docked are the Artemis and the cruiser, the Romulan cruiser for Shah. Naraya's Jewel is just landing. There is another Federation freighter coming in within the next couple hours. They're kind of doing something before they come into dock. There is another ship, a Bajoran freighter, that's going to be coming in. They're still a few hours away. And 3 ships are moving to leave the system. And, I almost forgot. There is a Ferengi ship that is in orbit of Andon's Landing. It's not on the docket at all for landing or docking with the station. It just came in, announced it was there, and went into orbit, and it's doing something until they land. And I will clarify that if they wanted to trade with the planet, they have to check with you first. So they really can't. They could beam people down, but they can't trade until they let you know that what they're trading. You're kind of the customs checkpoint.
Do we have somebody watching that? These are Ferengis.
Do we?
You could order someone to keep a constant watch on them. Right now you just have a passive awareness of where they are in space. But if you wanted to assign someone to just watch them,
I mean, they are allowed to just orbit like that, right? Or no?
yeah, they're as long as they don't bring down any commerce, they can beam down because there's a Ferengi district in the colony as well. So it's not unheard of that they could be beaming down there to visit friends or transport people. As long as they're not moving things.
Right.
Which would be hard to regulate if they're not docked with us. So,
Right.
but it's not like we can order them to dock with us so we can monitor their trade and beam down.
And actually, I'll give you a insight security roll, and they're going to oppose to see if there's anything they can try to sneak by you. Because I mean, if there's the chance to try, they might as well try.
Yeah.
See? Ferengis. Oh my gosh.
I just like them too much. I don't know what it is.
What is wrong with the dice today?
Do
Do you have like...
So there's biogenic weapons on the planet now.
Do you have like something you can reroll with, or is it not important? You didn't spend anything, so cautious and bold wouldn't work.
I don't think I have anything I can do about it.
This makes the story interesting, guys. Because that Romulan totally hates Tamira now.
You do find on a quick glance over the logs, and because the station does a passive scan of everything anyway, just for safety reasons, like just navigational safety and that sort of thing. And there's automated sensors that would trip something if someone powered on their weapon systems. The shields would just pop on, that sort of thing. But yeah, sensor logs don't show the ship doing anything weird. If you wanted to investigate further, you could, but as far as the logs show, they haven't done anything yet beyond normal, just sitting there in orbit.
We don't have scanner systems where you can just scan someone. You actually have to do that physically, right?
How do you mean?
Like looking for signs of well, not regular weapons, but maybe weapons that that wouldn't be allowed or would be potentially.
You could scan with the station's. You could scan with the station's sensors, or if the Artemis was deployed, you could use its sensors to scan a ship in the area. You're effectively in close range of them, like you're all very close in orbit around the same planet, so it's very easy to scan each other.
I mean, it would be obvious though if we moved that close, that we were moving close for that purpose. Like we would be very close, right?
Well, they would detect that you're actively scanning them. Like it'd be even if
Well,
the station
okay.
did it from where it is, they would know that they're being swept with a sensor sweep.
What about on the station itself?
You could scan the whole station for that sort of thing. Yeah, most people wouldn't unless they're like sitting on a tricorder watching for sensor ping. Most people don't know that happens. Security does it on a semi-regular basis on your go.
Well, if we haven't done it recently, this would be a good time to do so, I guess.
And you're scanning you're just doing a quick weapons contraband scan of the station.
Right.
Let's make that a reasoned security roll, difficulty 2.
Yeah.
Assisted by station's sensors plus security. Itch. There it is. Boop. Sensors. Secure. Oh, well, there you go.
The computer did a better job than I did. That's why we have them.
Aboard the ship, the only there does seem to be a presence of a strange metal in the senator's room.
Does it pinpoint where?
It seems to be somewhere in the room. If you went in there with a tricorder, you could probably narrow it down further, but it's obvious there's a strange metal that's in the room that isn't that could be attributed to disruptor weapon or some sort of disassembled weapon.
Do they have any kind of immunity or something where it would be a potential issue?
Not really. They're subject to Federation law. They can have like Type 1 phasers like anybody in the Federation could. Her guard can be armed with Type 2, but the standing order from the commander, and the commander can correct me here, I think they weren't supposed to come around armed aboard station.
But what I'm detecting is something beyond normal phasers anyway, correct? Or no?
Yeah, it's a metal that's used in some of their disruptor weapons and some of their bladed weapons.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm not sure that's exactly what I was looking for, but I guess we can check it out just to be safe. Head over there with a few security people beside me. Oops.
Actually, I need one of those. No, come back. As you start heading down to the diplomatic suites where the senator is. Oh, wait, he's not back yet, is he? He's not. Magnus.
Yes.
What are you up to aboard the Artemis? Beyond starting fires.
I think I'm working on my project unless anyone needs me for something. I don't think anything right now is in my particular vein of expertise. Strange metals sound fun, but I have not been informed yet.
Give me insight plus engineering difficulty 2 to notice something odd in your laboratory. Well, odd for you, sorry.
Is it too early to just say I reverse the polarity?
Well, that's a daring engineering roll once you know what's wrong.
Take a threat for bold.
Okay.
Oh, I got testing a theory, but I don't have lab rat on my sheet. And I'm in a lab. What does lab rat do again?
I thought you wrote these down.
I put testing a theory down. I promise I'll put lab rat. Oh, I think I didn't do it because of the STA thing, which I momentarily forgot about.
Ah. All right, lab rat gives you the extra is vicious for extended tasks.
Okay. Can you see if any of my focus supply since it's hidden from me right now?
Um, uh, Not really.
Ooh, reroll on 0.
You notice that the Tamira in black is not present in the lab. There's the Tamira in white and the Tamira in red, but the black one's gone.
And that strikes me as unusual.
Yeah, they usually hang around the lab.
Okay.
I mean, they're androids. They usually power up and they don't really need to sleep. And they're
Which
trying to
one?
discover themselves.
Which one is the black one?
That's the one that lived through the night of the plasma fires.
Yeah, I might need to go hang out in secluded areas too if I live through that. I'll pull up, try to look up where it is. Or I guess where she is. I'm confused on that point.
So you look up the. How do you look up where she is?
I assume comm badge.
Oh, okay. So you go to a console and you kind of type up
Yeah.
to look for where she is, and yeah, she's not aboard the ship.
I'll turn to the other two mirrors. Do you know where the fourth one of you is? The non-biological member of the group?
They both look at you and they look at each other and back to you. No, they stepped out briefly for a moment, but otherwise, we do not know where they have gone.
Can I patch into the station and look there?
Yeah, you do a quick look around, and yeah, she's not on the station either.
Do I have access to the colony? Can I scan using the colony systems?
No, you'd have to either get permission from their police force or scan the colony with the station with the station sensors. Which, admittedly, you're scanning one city, so it doesn't take nearly as long as a planetary survey would take.
I'll scan.
Since this is an override, the difficulty is up, unless you're going up to the bridge to do your scan.
No, they're nosy.
Give me a reason plus science roll, difficulty of 3.
I'll buy. You can take 6-3.
Okay.
I don't have a focus or a talent here, so I'm relying on my straight present science, but it is a difficulty 3, so. Not present science, but reason science. But my reason science is good, but I don't know that it's 3 difficulty on 4 dice good. Yeah, I didn't think so.
Whew. You gain a momentum, and it would appear that the Tamira in Black is currently going underground at the outskirts of the city.
Are they using the elevator?
No, they're too far away. The elevator's like near the downtown area. It's a commonly used facility. She seems to be entering one of the natural caverns outside of the colony, which normally would be very uncomfortable, but for a Vulcan, but they're an android, so the cold isn't all that bad.
The cold never bothered me anyway.
I guess 2 questions. Like, does this strike me as... I guess this does strike me as odd or unusual. Like, they don't really go out that much. Because at the end of the day, it is also just another person, so...
Yeah, it's the only reason it's odd is because they've been, for the most part, they've kind of been in here learning about their bodies, kind of figuring out what this world's like, figuring out what they're going to do, making sure the android bodies work the way they think it does, that sort of thing. Usually when they move around, they kind of check with you once in a while because you're kind of the only person who knows how to build them and repair them in the sector.
I guess I'll badge. Dr. Magnus to Tamira.
Lieutenant Tamira, your comm badge beeps at you.
Yes, go ahead, Doctor.
Oh, wrong one. And then I'll close that one. Dr. Magnus to Tamira number 2?
This is Tamira.
Just for my verification, I don't see either of the ones speaking in front of me, right?
No.
Okay.
They're looking in your direction because you're saying their name.
So I notice you left the lab. Did you need anything?
At present, no.
Well, if you find anything interesting, make sure you let me know.
That would be the logical thing to do, yes. Anything else, Doctor?
I don't think so. Magnus out. I point to the other 2. Would one of y'all mind going and helping? Keeping an eye out? For safety. Oh, you know what? It'd be a good experience for both of you. And I kind of start motioning towards the door. Go play in the snow or do what Vulcans do. Together. As a family.
They look at each other, look back at you, raise an eyebrow, and they walk out of the room.
I just kind of put my hands on my hips and just say, Vulcans. And then I go back to what I was working on.
Tamira 1 to Lieutenant Commander Tamira.
Yes.
Myself and Tamira 3 are about to head down to the surface to look into the activities of Tamira 2. It appears that she has gone down to the surface for reasons neither of us are quite sure of. Do you have any memory of a reason to be in that location?
There is something dangerous down there if she's heading towards the anomaly. I would advise extreme caution.
That was our worry, that was what we thought as well. But neither of us know of any way to get to the anomaly from the caverns. According to both our memories, the entire area is locked down and sealed, according to what you discussed with Commander Ray. Or we did.
Curious.
Indeed.
I shall accompany you down there.
Do you believe bringing down a shuttle might be prudent, given that you are not as able to withstand the elements as we are?
Perhaps. I will
Very
meet
well.
you in Shuttle Bay 2.
Shuttle Bay 2. We shall meet you there.
Lieutenant Thala, operations is yours.
You notice Lieutenant Thala is not in the room.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, I'm filling out the questionnaire for the fleet.
Oh.
Who is on ours? Oh. Ensign, operations is yours. Please notify Commander Ray that I will be departing the station to head towards the planet.
Aye, Commander. Will do. Don't mind me. I'm just clearing my throat a bunch of times. And we will check with Lieutenant Commander Kamor.
Hello.
You have a patient who you have brought from the brink of death.
Ah, yes, a Klingon friend.
Yes.
quotes.
Thankfully, she's the only one injured, given despite the fire. What do you intend to do with her?
Well, she's stable, right?
Yeah?
And security has her on watch, and she's
Right.
restrained.
Yes.
Have we woken her up yet?
Not yet. No.
Well, I'm gonna wait on the captain for that. Commanding officer. I mean, there's nothing I need to do with the patient, right? They're fine.
Yeah,
They're
they
just
seem fine.
unconscious.
It was touch and go there for a while, but it's thermal regeneration, and at this magnitude takes time, even for a Klingon.
Right. So now we're just waiting on the captain to come and speak with her.
Dr. Maddox walks over, pad in hand. Well, it looks like the Naria's jewels come in. We should be seeing a new batch of anesthetics. Care
Yes.
of Beta Z.
Yes, very interesting. Word down on the planet is the captain's mother is on board.
Oh, you think she'd give us a discount? He says, staring at the pad.
We don't have to pay for this, right? I look at
Well,
him
the credit
completely
system,
serious.
but she's asking for more luxury credits than normal, but it's not. Just saying, I could have used an extra bottle of port.
Yes.
Or 5.
Maybe we could speak to the commander about that. I'm sure he knows something he can leverage against her.
He gives you a look.
I just crack up.
All right. Do you want me to watch the patient and look over the shipment, or do you want me to go down?
One
of us
I'll
has
go
to check
check
it, so.
I'll go check the ship, and I can hopefully find the commander on my way down.
All right. I'll keep an eye on our Klingon friend.
Please do. I look at the security officer. You too.
Nods and gives a look at the Klingon like she's going to sit up any moment and attack you. Almost like that's a thing that's happened in recent memory. But anyway.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'll start heading down towards the Neria's Jewel, something like that.
Yep. Commander Ray.
Yep.
You come upon the docking ring, where Sandino Ray has disembarked from her ship as operations personnel, science personnel, security are all looking over the various crates coming off the ship. A ivory white freighter with emblems of various sponsors from the Betazoid houses. And you see your mother stepping off the plank and, as it were, pad in hand, tucked in her arm, kind of tapping at it, giving instructions, not really realizing you're even there because there's so much activity around her. You can get a sense of focus on the job, and you can actually sense that she's kind of sending thoughts out to other Betazoid members to kind of communicate with them.
I suppose so I could do the same thing, even though I don't have telepathy on my character sheet. I can communicate with my mom like that.
Yeah, Betazoids can, as a trait, that Betazoids can do that among themselves easily.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna telepathically talk to her, and say, "Hey, welcome to Andon's Landing." Just very deadpan.
You're late, she thinks back. I waited for a full 5 minutes. 6 minutes.
In case she didn't see Docking Bay A3, I had a bit of an emergency.
She glances in your direction. A fire. I knew this place was old. I didn't realize it was quite in that much disrepair. Isn't that why you're here?
It wasn't so much disrepair as it was malice.
She hands off her pad to somebody and walks over to you. What sort of malice?
There was a tricobalt device placed there, where you were originally scheduled to dock.
And around then you see Dr. Kamor walking into the deck. The Rays staring at each other, not saying anything.
Oh, this looks tense. Exciting. Can't wait to psychoanalyze these two. Ooh.
Do I notice him?
Oh yeah, you can sense him. There's a sense that there's almost an eager glow about the Cation. It's kind of hard not to sense him.
Out loud, I say, "Greetings, Doctor.
Hello, Commander.
This is Sandino Ray of the Neria's Jewel."
Miss Ray, it's a pleasure. I kind of bow a bit.
She snaps her fingers, and somebody walks over and shoves a pad at you, Doctor. Your shipment, Doctor.
Thank you very much.
Where's Medics?
Dr. Maddox?
Yes, has he been fired yet?
No.
Oh, shame.
You two know each other?
Can I do a empathy check on that?
She disapproves of Maddox. That's the quick feel you get off her. She disapproves of him. Then again, she disapproves of a lot of people.
I raise my eyebrow, but just let it go.
Yes, we've frequently traded with each other ever since the outpost has been here. But he is, well, he's a doctor. I'll just leave it at that. So I imagine you're the one that's going to check over the manifest?
I suppose.
Very well, feel free. If you're going to lodge a complaint, you know where to do it.
Very well.
Many burn victims you had, Doctor?
One.
Oh, just one. Very good, Commander. Very good indeed.
Can I roll an insight check?
To what end?
I just want to get I want to see if I can get a sense of these two's relationship.
Actually, you know what? I'll actually give you a insight plus medicine roll, difficulty 2, because you're kind of doing it on the fly here.
Yeah. I'm literally trying to psychoanalyze them.
Yeah.
But they're betazoids, so that's harder. Insight.
Because a lot of our sub language is telepathy.
But body language says a lot.
Yeah.
And you guys are kind of up in each other's face a bit. I do not think I have a focus for this.
I'll actually increase the complication by 1. Ray makes a point.
Okay. Another crit fail
Sorry.
for me. Ah.
It's hard to tell. There's probably a piece of the puzzle you're not quite getting, but you can get with one hit. Yeah, it's a mother and son. Although there's a distance possibly, but then again, when it comes to betazoids, they could be on the same planet, appear distant, and actually be very close. Although the reverse is also just as true or just as possible.
Telepathic species are quite fascinating. Oh shit. Oh. Telepathic. Ah, crap.
Ahem.
Oh, I'll go check the cargo.
Thank you, Doctor.
Curious, Doctor. But occasions are, if nothing, but curious.
I actually haven't looked over his record to see if he worked with a Beta Z before. He's a new transfer to my command.
Oh, and you haven't looked over his file. You really should get around to doing it.
I didn't look over all the officers he served with.
I see. Well, I suppose Starfleet doesn't need to do references. So where are my quarters? I assume you've been made aware that I'm to have some negotiations with a certain Romulan senator.
Yes, we're aware of that. Would you like to go to your quarters and settle in, or would you like to go straight to business as usual?
Oh, straight to business sounds fine. Some of us have to work for a living.
I shall escort you, to the diplomatic suites where the senator is.
Very good. And you can dispense with any sort of honor guard unless you think your station is dangerous.
I'm sure, or I'll be honorable enough for you.
Of course, my dear. And empathy-wise, you actually get a bit of a sense that she's just razzing you for the most part. She likes talking bad about you and then not letting non-Betazoids in on it. Even though that's
Oh.
very funny among Betazoids, not very funny among non-Betazoids.
Oh, okay. So it's that kind of relationship. How long has it been since I've seen her? Since Academy, since promotion, before the war?
Just at the end, just as the war ended, actually, at the Treaty of Bajor, because Betazoid was freed, so the whole family got to see each other again, and everyone got to see the homestead and so forth. Because the Breen had invaded near the end of the war.
Yeah, there's that.
Kamor.
And as they're still discussing and leaving, they might notice I'm just like looking at the pad and then like looking up. You get the sense he hasn't seen Beta Zeds interact with each other often, because that's a whole different ball game than a Beta Zed around a non-telepath.
Yeah.
I'm kind of figured this is like a curiosity for you, which is something I would have picked up from other interactions with me and another Beta Z, that non-telepaths are like listening in or trying.
Yeah, it's like you just can't help. Like, what are they talking about?
Yeah. Are we actually hearing everything they're saying? I don't think we are.
Are they talking bad about us behind our backs?
But yes, Dr. Kamor, I should specify. Give me reason plus medicine or security difficulty of 2 to see if
I would like
everything's
to choose
squared away. You would like to spend?
I don't think I have a focus for this. I doubt it. This isn't emergency medicine or trauma surgery. I'm not diagnosing anybody.
I
That's
can give
not-
you botany at increased complication.
Mm. You know what? Sure, I've already got my crit fail tonight. What's difficulty?
2.
Okay, can I spend 1 momentum?
Sure.
Yay.
Get 2 momentum back. You notice among the medicines there are a variety of anesthetics, some traditional Starfleet approved, some Federation civilian standard. There's a few traditional remedies that some people request and have already been approved and so on. And quick glance over them. Yeah, they're on the controlled list and they have the proper forms and all that. And then there's a couple on there that are restricted anesthetics, almost right down to actually more accurately be like tranquilizers. Like this is meant more as a sedative. It's so pain numbing, although it's listed as an anesthetic, and it isn't licensed, and there's no pickup. That is to say, neither the med bay nor any person living on the station or the colony is listed to be receiving this item, but it's shipped here. This is the correct destination, but it's as if no one's coming to pick it up.
Oh, in the cargo bay, is there like a crew member of the vessel, the cargo ship?
Oh yeah, they're helping like unload stuff. They're answering questions for security, that sort
Can
of
I
thing.
find one that's like when like not just like they unload cargo? Can I maybe find like a bridge officer or something?
Give me insight command difficulty 2 to pick out who that is, because they don't exactly wear a rank insignia.
Yeah, I should have just got a random person. Oh, I was wrong about my crits tonight. I'm just not going well.
Yeah, you find one that looks to be very authoritative.
You. Can I ask you a question about this manifest?
You may.
Where is this supposed to be going?
Uh,
There is no recipient listed, and this is a controlled substance.
I assume you're the one that ordered it.
That is incorrect.
Well, this is a shipping location, and we've brought it to where we're supposed to bring it. I think this becomes your problem rather than ours.
May I see your order forms?
Sure, you could ask the captain about it.
Very well. Go back. That crate. That's not something that should be left in a cargo bay unattended, is it?
There's security kind of around all of it because even the regular anesthetics, you're kind of worried about people stealing anyway.
Right. Okay. I'll just grab a security officer and like place him in front of the box. Don't let anybody mess with this. Keep an eye on this stuff.
Give me presence security difficulty 1. Just so this guy understands exactly how important it is he needs to stand here, rather than just, you're not just making him do busy work, you're actually impressing on him. No, I seriously need you to watch this.
Okay.
I'm not giving you something
Oh,
to do.
yes.
Oh, there you go. Now you get a momentum.
That was a shocker.
Yes, sir. Will do, sir.
Good. Off to find the captain. The captain's mother, who's also the captain.
We check in with Thala, who is coming towards the diplomatic suites of the senator with a security full detail, or do you just have an extra guy with you?
No, just like 1 or 2.
Okay, just a small detail.
Right. It's really more for the image than anything.
Yeah. And you see there's a security guard standing out in front of the door, one of your guys. Sir?
Picked up a strange reading with one of the sensors. Potentially dangerous substance inside. We just need to do a check.
All right, sir. Shall I chime the door for you?
Could you repeat that?
Would you like me to chime the door, sir?
Please.
He kind of leans behind him and hits the door. Well, hits the pad, rather. There's a slight pause until you see the senator walk up to the door, and it slides open.
Apologize for disturbing you, Senator. We were doing some routine scans looking for potentially dangerous substances or materials due to the recent occurrences, and found something in your room that we just need to do a look into to ensure that everything is safe in there for you.
Well, I can answer what that is right now. It is a ceremonial blade used in certain rituals in my homeworld.
From what I saw in the scan, that seems like a reasonable explanation.
Therefore, I don't think I will need your assistance, although your diligence is appreciated. She looks at your collar for a second. Lieutenant.
I'm sorry, could you hear me?
I can, yes.
Oh, I apologize. I don't know if it went through or not. When she had said that, I said based on what I saw in the scanner, that seems like that would be a reasonable explanation.
Oh, yeah, she's just reinforcing it.
Okay, well, I was asking you.
Oh, that was a question, not a statement. All right. Sorry.
Yes, I apologize for being unclear.
It's possible. Actually, I'll give you a insight science difficulty 2. Cultural studies or something along that, or Romulan culture would be what would come up for that.
I
As
don't
a
have
focus.
any.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have anything like that. Ugh.
You're not sure. That could be a thing or might not be a thing. You're not exactly brushed up on Romulan religious culture.
Hmm. Well, if it's all the same to you, if we could just take a quick sweep to make sure that maybe something didn't get overlooked. Again, it is for your safety.
I would rather you didn't. I am in the middle of something at the moment. If you could give me about 5-10 minutes, I could put everything away and it should be ready to go.
Now, again, this is me asking you something. As far as the amount of power that she has or whatever, I mean, this is obviously a setup here. Give me time to hide shit, you know? I mean...
What gave you that idea?
I mean, what would be my... I'm trying to think how to word it. What would be, as far as what would be allowable, like... Is this enough of, as far as I know, is this enough of a reason to assert myself, or would this cause a problem? Would that be beyond my authority?
I'll have you roll. We'll say insight plus command or con, either one. Difficulty 1. And even if you don't get it, you can succeed at cost.
Hmm.
Oh, no. Got a momentum out of it. Whoops, not to everybody. Stop that, roll 20. Stop. Thank you. You do have the authority, because this is a Starfleet station. She's a guest here, and you are chief of security. You can, for the sake, your primary goal is to protect the station. If there's anything that could endanger it or the people on it, you can push around. Now, politically, could she make a fuss and complain? She can, but she legally can't stop you. This is your station. She's here. If she doesn't like it, she can go back to her ship.
Right. Well, then I say, I'm afraid I must insist. Will only be a moment.
She's going to try to oppose you with presence plus command. She's going to try to stand her ground and argue why she should stay. If you fail, you can just push past her. If you succeed, you can get her to kind of acquiesce and just step out of the way. Whether she likes it or not, she might just walk off, go, yeah, whatever, I'll stop fighting you on it.
Okay.
But she makes a fuss, like she's trying to get you to not do it. But
Sure. If it's an issue of staying, she can stay while we do it.
oh, but she just wants 5-10 minutes. It's like, no, I want to go in.
Right.
Please don't make me push you aside, because I could totally
Right.
do that, but I don't want to do that. She has a focus, presence command, and do any of her talents fire? I don't think so, because you're not trying to kill her, as far as I can understand.
Killer of kindness.
And she doesn't care enough to make her values fire, so. Spending any momentum or threat to roll against her?
Well, it looks like we have enough to spare. Looks like we have more threat than we do momentum, right?
You're at your max momentum, and generally the GM starts with a fair amount of threats. Like I start with like 2 threat per person. That's playing.
Oh, I was just looking at what was on the screen. Yeah, I'll spend a momentum on it.
Sure. She'll spend a threat back. What the? Just waiting on your roll.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was just waiting for her to roll against what I already rolled.
Ah,
What do I have to roll this time? I apologize.
presence plus command.
Presence plus command. Okay.
Oh, you roll one more die. Sorry.
Oop.
Because you bought a die.
Right. Well,
Given the presence of the security detail, she kind of looks at them, looks at you, and just decides to step out of the way rather than physically block the door. Because you kind of get into a stalemate in your discussion, and then it just turns into, well, there's one of her and more of you, and
right. We got tired of saying nah-ha, nah-ah back and forth
yeah.
for a while, so it's like, okay, whatever. All right, and we go in and use our tricorders and try to find the source of the not anomaly, but the strange metal.
A quick scan of the room. You notice that on one of the tables, she has outfitted the room a little bit to be a bit more, well, Romulan. You know, a lot more drapery, little statuettes. You know, lots of green, some hints of blue here or there. And on the table seems to be this array of like tiny cups with weird viscous fluids in them. And what your tricorder picks up that matches what you're looking for. Seems to be a blade that's about as long as about like from the wrist to the finger, and it's this one long curved blade with a very precarious handle on it, and it looks like the blade has been coated in something, in one of the viscous fluids.
And what seems to be setting it off isn't the blade itself, it's the fluids, or it is the blade?
It's the fluid interacting with the metal on the blade. Like the rest of the blade, where the fluids touching the blade, that's where there's something wrong. The rest of the blade's just, you know, metal. It's just a type of steel.
Well, I don't even want to touch it because I don't know what it could do. I mean, do I have any idea what this is at all?
You can try a reason plus medicine difficulty of 2 to figure out what this is.
Yeah, that's probably not going to happen, but I'll give it a shot just because. Yeah, not really. Well, this may be the time to call an expert. I can contact the doctor, right?
Yeah, with a comm badge tap. Or if you're just calling out to the ceiling and the station computer picking it up.
Well, use the comm badge. So I contact I'm sorry, I can't remember the doctor's name.
Kamor.
Well, who was he'd probably know as well. I was thinking the scientist.
Magnus.
Yeah, I was
Well,
thinking
he's
that
in
might...
Sorry.
Sorry?
Magnus is the engineer doctor.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't. So I'm not sure which way this would lean more towards. But I'll go ahead contact Kamor first. He may be less busy.
Kamor, your comm badge beeps as you're heading as you're trying to find Commander Ray.
Come over here.
Lieutenant Commander Kamor, I found a potentially dangerous substance through a scan of the station and have tracked it to Senator Kolak's room. It appears to be coming from some sort of interaction between a fluid and a metal. Do you have the opportunity to come and look at this and ensure that it's not something hazardous that needs to be taken care of with more
Please.
capable hands than mine?
Please send me your tricorder readings. I'm on my way.
I do so then.
Like as I'm in the turbo lift now, I'm gonna tap my tricorder and look at what he scanned already.
As you are reading over the readings and heading and the doors opening to the deck, we're going to cut over to Magnus. Magnus, right out of the gate, I'm going to ask you for an insight security or insight engineering as something dangerous is in the room, but you need to figure out what it is quickly to react to it.
What was the possible roles?
Insight engineering or insight security.
Oh, someone's trying to send the reverse polarity at me.
And we'll make this difficulty 3. It was going to be 2, but I'll just up it by 1. Make life interesting.
There's a 5th Tamara behind you. She's got a knife.
I mean, is it something that I've worked on previously in the episode for testing a theory, or is it not?
It is not, no.
Okay. Since it's hidden, do any of my focuses apply?
EPS applies. Definitely.
Okay. 6th threat. Ooh. Rerolling the 0. You'd think with a 17 and a focus, or a 16 and a focus, I would have rolled a lot better than that, but you would be wrong.
Well, yeah, you look around and you hear this. You're kind of working on something, and you're thinking about the next step of your project, of your extended task, as it were, and you hear this weird humming noise behind you, which, I mean, a lot of stuff hums in a lab, especially experimental labs, but it's a new hum, and it's not a hum you made happen. So you kind of look around trying to figure out where that's, and then you hear there's more. And then your EPS training kicks in. That sounds like EPS conduits overloading, multiple of them, in fact.
Does the lab have an shut-off valve, kind of like a breaker that I can trigger?
Yeah, there's probably an emergency breaker in the wall, especially from the module labs, given the kind of stuff you do in there.
Yeah, I'll throw that.
You walk over, you open the panel, and the lever that would activate it is gone, like physically removed. And you can actually see shear marks where the metal was. The sound's getting louder. It's getting alarmingly loud. Like something in the room's gonna blow up, and once one thing blows, it's gonna change. It's gonna cascade.
In this half a second, do I think I could use some tools around me to bypass the lever that was pulled and actually trip the breaker, or do I think that's just going to take too long?
It'd be an extended task, and it'd be very closely timed. It's possible. I'll get you the numbers to see how, and you can tell me if you think it's viable.
I mean, if it's an extended task with Miracle Worker and Lab Rat and testing a theory and bold engineering, let's do it. Because I think all of those are going to come into play.
I can't imagine why. Can I book? I know you have it. Don't be annoying. Of course, it would help if I had the right book. That'd be a nice start. You know, Control Find works better on a document when you're on the correct document.
But after these last few episodes, I feel like I'm about to get another trait for EPS specialist. Because that's all I've been doing.
But not all you've been doing.
Like, I'm about to just get myself some, like, lineman gear, because that's what I do. Wear a yellow hat, and I go around messing with people's power.
Just ready to reverse the power at all times.
Apparently, I was not ready enough to reverse the power, because I found myself in a situation that would be perfect for that, and I can't do it.
Well, in this case...
Oops.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't close it.
I would be worried about where you sent it in this case.
Yeah, someone knows my pro strat, because they've disabled the reverse.
They remove the reverse card from the deck.
2, 3. Whoops, not those, not those. There we go. And one last thing. For some reason, I thought you were going to leave the room, so I didn't really plot this out right away. I don't know why I thought you were going to leave the room. It's almost like you're built to deal with stuff like this. Can't imagine.
I mean, yeah, I've never exactly been presented with a challenge and thought, oh, it would be just better if I got away. Normally, I continue at the task until someone in the party shoots me.
So is that what I'm gonna have to do about the Tamiras?
I want to say no, but I feel like the pro tip is yes.
Great.
Word 14, magnitude of 5, difficulty 4. There's 10 intervals, which means before something bad happens. Means you basically get 5 shots at this. And it's a daring engineering roll, because you're kind of doing this very quickly and trying to find a way to bypass this thing fast enough while it's kind of... The normal procedure is to remove the whole thing and put in a whole new lever. You're trying to kind of get in the mechanism and throw it manually through some jury rig mechanism.
Okay then. Let's start out on a value for okay. First step first. I want to spend 2 momentum to have a
You're having something. I'm not sure what, though.
I'm thinking of some kind of like, oh, can I have 2 like 2 to have like a battery at hand so that I can like protect myself from any surges and use that to create an advantage?
You could have a personal shield on that. It won't make it. It won't give you an advantage for the roll, but if you fail, you have a shield on you.
No, I'm trying to create an advantage. Not that worried about the shield.
I'll throw you a bone on the front that you might have like a specialized tool in the lab that deals with just in case you break the lever. It's not a thing you ever thought was going to come up, but apparently it's come up.
Okay. So then the first step is just reducing the difficulty by 1 on this first roll. The second part of that is using my determination on there's a gadget for every problem.
I think that applies. I'm going to up the resistance up by 1 for this roll.
Bold, so I'll buy a 2 threat for the 3rd dice.
Okay.
And does testing a theory come into effect now?
Not yet. Next roll
one?
it will.
Yeah. So I made it I brought it down to difficulty 3, and then I got 6 successes.
So 3 momentum generated. So you have 1 float.
The one to re-roll 3 dice.
Okay.
That's what I was looking for.
I'll float. You know what I mean. 8, 9.
Oh, that's 11 because of
Oh, right.
vicious.
So that'd be 10 of 14 work. You have 1 breakthrough.
2 because of miracle worker.
2 breakthroughs.
And I'll go ahead. Oh, what's the resistance?
A 1.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a little bit defensive here. I'll use the four momentum to buy off the work.
Ooh, 1, 2.
Yeah, I need 3 breakthroughs. If I don't, I need 3 breakthroughs next turn, and you can buy down all of the work, making it much more precarious for me to achieve that in one roll. So this, I'm gonna kind of guarantee that it's super easy for me to get, because it'll be a diff 1 roll that I only need to get 2 breakthroughs on. And if I get at least 5 work, I get Miracle Worker, which gives me 2 breakthroughs.
As some information for the breakthroughs you've gotten, this is intentional. This is sabotage, specifically designed to wipe all data that you've collected in this lab. And it seems to be more about destroying assets rather than the person in the room. I mean, it's not healthy for you to be in there if everything explodes, or if you happen to be near one of the consoles. But it wouldn't. It's the intention isn't to flood the room with plasma fire. It's to destroy the consoles and all the biogel packs therein.
For some reason, I'm feeling that the phrase plasma fire is very relevant to why this is happening.
I can't imagine why.
Yeah, just when you thought that I was done dealing with the negative reality of becoming a dictator, it's coming to haunt me again. Yeah, I'll just go ahead again. 1 for bold. Testing a theory gives me an extra d20. So I'll actually need to spend 2 threat. And because I got the extra d20, it goes down by 1, so this is a diff 0.
I brought it up to a diff 2.
It's a so you from a diff 1 to a diff 2?
From a diff 0 to a diff 2.
Okay.
I had to spend 4 threat to do that.
I was about to remark on how I was rolling 4 dice on a difficulty 0. Rerolling the comp. Not rolling that well. I mean, my challenge dice are on point, but the actual regular dice are kind of weak.
I feel ya.
Oh, and 7 challenge dice.
Y'all.
That's more than 6.
So that's your third. 2 breakthroughs because you got 1 plus you have miracle. So
I think it's 3 total because I went past 0 again.
I'm sorry.
Well, I don't know that I can get more breakthroughs than the magnitude, but I think I got 1 more than the magnitude. Because I think by going past 0, I got 1 for 5, I got 1 for Miracle Worker, and I think because the work was done and I did more work, that's a 3rd one. I'm not sure on the rules on that. Tamira might know more.
Hmm.
I don't even know if that's possible. I'd have to look at the rules. It's not that important. I don't think it changes anything.
No,
Once you have all 5 breakthroughs, it's complete, no matter what. Even if you tend to go past it or not, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
You are able to find a way to shut down the system after basically very quickly and installing a makeshift lever to the sheared lever system and then wiring it all so the system doesn't reject it and then yanking it and it shuts everything off. And all the lights just blink right out as you're plunged into darkness.
I'm gonna grab a tricorder. And I'm going to grab whatever connectors I need. I'm gonna run out into the hallway and I'm going to try to download any logs or maintenance logs, any access logs, any information that would be relevant to maintaining the EPS systems, access in this room, like any like information like that. And once I'm started and it's downloading, then I'll hit my comm badge and call for security.
Give me present security, difficulty of 1 to call them because they would have been alerted to some degree that something weird happened in your area. Let's just make sure they get there with speed rather than just lackadaisically getting to you. Wait, I have a thing. Oh, there it is. I found it.
Can I use linguistics to justify that I'm using like inside security lingo so that they understand me better and the necessity of the situation better?
With increased complication, sure.
Oh wait, I got a 1 in security.
Yeah,
Oh.
they're gonna rush to you. But new scene. As we cut to elsewhere. I haven't used this in a while. I definitely use it as well. Hold on, I gotta check something here. That goes away. That goes away. That doesn't help you. So, Lieutenant Commander Tamira.
Yes.
Which of the shuttles do you bring down to the planet?
The Type 7.
The Israeli. Do I have a thing for you? I mean, technically, I think. Too big. Way too big. That's the wrong thing. So you're able to bring the, you start coming down into the atmosphere. Did you bring anyone else with you other than your doppelgangers?
No,
Okay.
it's a family matter.
It's a family matter. I mean, you're not wrong.
This is between me and myself and I.
That's definitely the wrong place.
Oh, I guess take 2 threat for an EVA suit.
Ah, yeah. So yeah, you are coming down to you go into atmosphere. The wind's howling outside the hull of the shuttle.
Begin to start to track where my alternate went to.
Give me reason science difficulty of 2. The shuttle assists you. Sensor science for the shuttle.
Sensor operations for a focus.
Yes.
Take a threat.
Sure. Ah, shuttle, you disappoint me.
A reroll of a 0. Wow. Okay. That 18 really wants to stick.
You find the cavern where the last contact with her comm badge is, or was, I should say. Oops. Stop that. There. It seems to be one of the entrances into the vast cavern system that goes throughout the mountain that End's Land is built into.
Curious. We shall proceed.
Indeed, we shall.
So yeah, head towards the cavern.
So you land the shuttle.
Yes.
I'm going to ask you for a control con roll, difficulty 1, because you can find like some flat surface to land on.
Difficulty 1, you said.
Yeah, it's a very high number. You'll probably get it.
Oh. It's not good because I got. Yeah, the momentum gained from that plus the other one, I'm gonna buy off that complication.
And the momentum's gone. You managed to make the landing, and on the buying off of the complication, you prevented yourself from wasting way more power than you needed to land. You kind of, instead of just fussing with it, you just land straight down. The planet can handle it, so can the shuttle. But you have landed.
I'm just making sure I don't need any equipment here.
Would you prefer to have assistance in attiring yourself in your Eva suit.
Go on.
And the two Chimeras help you put it on, so you're not. So you're able to get it on faster than you would have on your own.
Oh.
And the two of them stand with relative calm. Well, I mean, that isn't saying a lot for Vulcans, but they don't bother dressing up in Eva suits or anything. We are ready when you are.
I want to take an emergency or a beacon.
For some reason, there isn't one stocked aboard the ship, the shuttle.
Alright, well, I guess no beacon. Shall we proceed?
As you approach the cavern, you can actually see no. Trying to be all fancy. You see a comm badge lying at inside the mouth of the cavern. Like just on the ground.
Just walks over, gonna examine it.
Yeah, there's a little bit of snow on it. It hasn't been sitting here long.
The identification marker on the back of the comm badge, is that alternate?
Yes.
I'm going to scan the cavern for what I can see so far. Just anything out of the ordinary or anything that's not natural?
Give me reason science difficulty 2.
Survival for a focus?
Yes.
Is it difficulty 2?
Yes.
Take 3 threat.
You gain 2 momentum. As you scan that there are some local wildlife that burrows through the ice, much akin to the kind that are found on Andor's moon. It's the sort that can burrow all the way through the ice and into a person if one isn't careful. There's not a mass infestation of them. You just detect them in the cavern. Cavern seems fairly stable. Made mostly of ice. And you do detect that there are some remains of what were exploratory missions, debris and camp fare. The odd tool, a boot, some tools, some wall. You can see that some of the walls have been braced to make it even less likely of a collapse.
Is there any indication of a direction to where the alternate might be heading to?
Yes, deeper into the cavern.
It's just one way.
There's just one way currently. Actually, when you move forward deeper in to see some of the steps, it does look like there is a way that goes further down, deeper into the planet, and one that goes ahead. It seems that it's heading down.
I guess down we go.
As you go deeper and deeper, you notice that there seems to be more recently dug caverns. These, as opposed to the top one, the other ones, I'll color code them a bit. These look a lot newer. They don't seem to have as much, and they seem to be a lot more braced. And it looks like people who are trying to dig, who are going down this path and then dug out from here to try to, as if they were searching for something or mining for something.
Can I triangulate where I know the anomaly sits at, to where some of these tunnels are being dug at, if they're heading towards the anomaly?
Reason con, difficulty 1.
Spending a momentum.
Sure.
Oh my god. Spending my determination on inefficient facts always invite danger.
I think that applies here. Fine, you get 2 momentum instead of 2 complications. Yes. You can determine that it does look like these other mines are trying to dig down in the general direction of the anomaly, but they're inaccurate. In fact, the way they needed to go is this way. Whereas they thought they needed to go that way and down for a bit, or that way and down for a bit. But you don't see any tunnels off to that direction.
I'm going to proceed deeper.
You come upon a dead end. You see more. You don't see any mines that seem to be going in the direction toward the anomaly.
The first, I guess we'll go down that tunnel. The newer ones that were freshly dug.
Give me insight plus con, difficulty of 1.
Spending a momentum.
Can't imagine why you do that.
I'll take the complication.
You notice one of the Tamiras is missing. And you also notice that, you don't see, your scanner isn't showing that the missing, the Tamira in black went this way. But the Tamira in red is gone.
I'm going to scan for the missing Tamira. Or red.
Very well. Combat is initiated.
Okay.
So you're rolling essentially against yourself as the Tamira in white is attempting to nerve pinch you.
Oh. Well, luckily it's sights on both ends. I'm assuming I'm rolling twice.
Yeah.
Somewhere on the station, the doctor feels like he was correct.
Do you want to take the first roll or the second roll there,
I
Tamira?
will take the second roll for the prime Tamira.
She's going to have an extra die.
Oh god. I'm just giving you a threat and spending 2 momentum to roll 4.
Sorry, you're giving me a threat and what?
I'm giving you a threat
Mm-hmm.
and spending the 2 momentum
Okay.
to roll
I
4.
said 4 momentum. I was like, wait.
Since I'm going to re-roll the 0. He's a 0. I believe you take a threat.
I do.
This is gonna hurt. This is definitely gonna hurt.
Am I gonna have to scrape my science officer off the planet?
Mm.
Your science officer's about to hit the snow here in a second.
I do have an EVA suit on, so this is good to an extent.
That's one resistance. You're right. 2, 3, 4, 5,
6.
6. 6, yeah. That's enough for an injury.
It is. Yeah. 2 threat. Stay up.
Okay. Yeah, she reaches over, grabs you on the neck, and with android strength, clamps down hard despite the suit kind of shielding you a little bit. It's like, oh, wow, that hurts. And, oh, she can do nerve pinch as an android. That's not good. Ow, 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 ow. And yeah, you are barely standing, but it's your turn.
I'm going to attempt to hit the off switch.
Uh,
I'm assuming it's opposed daring.
yeah. Hilariously, be daring security opposed, really. It's just you're not doing damage to each other. Well, you're not doing damage to her. She is going to do damage to you. She does not want to be turned off. And she can have an extra die while she's at it, because she really doesn't want to be shut off.
Can I use science? Since I know where exactly I need to kind of with my Vulcan training and
I would actually more say engineering in that vein.
trying to get that frame rate.
Although I will also say, if you do science, she'll use it back to prevent you, because it's the same logic.
I'm assuming she's gonna nerve pinch again.
Hey, that's a great idea. Yeah, she's going to nerve pinch you.
I'm
was
going
you
to
thinking of that?
use one of my saved milestones. On the and for a point of determination. Motion
Oh, you
in
used it?
crisis. Yeah, I'm using a save milestone.
She's going to buy another die. I don't like where this is going.
Well, someone's taking a nap.
Motions in crisis only makes things worse.
That's true. If you get emotional about this, you might hesitate when you're not supposed to.
Vulcan martial arts or survival for a focus.
Yeah, Vulcan martial arts I give you.
Oh well, there's 2.
And she bought 2 extra dice.
Roll 4.
I'll just take those threat now.
It's nice knowing you guys. Hmm.
The doctor,
If
you
your
can't
body,
die. You cannot get killed. I have to be able to tell you, I told you so.
So that, yeah, that's 5. That is my stress. So that is a lethal injury. That's 2 injuries, 1 non-lethal.
That
and 1
5 with
injury.
your resistance.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 6 without.
Ah,
There's nothing I can do on that.
if your brain is preserved, I can make a copy.
oh my god. I'm gonna have to put my foot down on that one.
We're not changing scenes for a particular reason.
I wonder why.
Commander Ray, you're walking past the room of Senator Kolek. You can see Thala and Kamor kind of discussing something. They seem to have it well in hand. You kind of have a nice moment with your mother and chatting about something, and then you feel something is inherently wrong with the universe. Just a sick feeling in your stomach.
I tap my comm badge and call up to.
Oh god, there's an incident in charge up there.
Operations, go ahead.
Yeah, can I get a status report?
There was a or near EPS explosion on board the Artemis in the modular labs. Security's working with Lieutenant Magnus right now. Further reports, Lieutenant Thala discovered something strange in the senator's quarters. He's investigating it, and according to the doctor, the doctor apparently is meeting up with him there to help investigate. Also, it appears that the Lieutenant Colonel Tamira has disembarked from the station and has gone down to the surface, taking the shuttle Disraeli? The shuttle Disraeli, sir.
Does any of those ping my feeling?
You're not feeling much better. In fact, the feeling's getting worse. And it's so worse, I'm going to ask you for fitness medicine difficulty 2.
Oh
As you're
boy.
resisting a very unwelcome feeling.
Focus in composure. I'm trying to keep my shit together.
Sure. Gaining momentum. As you suddenly feel very nauseous, but you're able to kind of shake it off and keep your head straight.
Ray to Magnus.
Not a good time.
I heard there was a plasma explosion or near air plasma explosion. What's going on?
What I absolutely know is that there was a plasma explosion. What I am confident in is that the plasma explosion was intended to erase all of my research. What I am speculating is that it has something to do with the random decision made by Tamir number 2 to leave. It's very unusual behavior, and it almost coincided with this event. Although it might also be whoever I attacked with electricity yesterday. It might be them trying to do it back to me, but I didn't hear that they were released, so that's probably not it.
Oh, we can overhear this?
Oh yeah, you're just in like one room over. He's in the hall.
I just look, and my face just like, I knew it.
The senator, if she overhears, she doesn't seem to indicate any interest. Sandino Ray looks a little looks confused at her son, just kind of like, what is?
She probably felt that.
Yeah.
She probably is feeling this. I'm gonna send her a telepathic ping of I'm okay. I'll deal with this.
Did I figure out what that substance was?
You were in the middle of reading over getting a up close scan of it, and it was some sort of neurotoxin, but you're not sure if it's meant to be lethal or if it's meant to be like medicinal, and you were trying to figure that out, and then this happened.
Well, no offense, Captain, but I'm gonna focus on the neurotoxin. And hope and pray it's not airborne.
Go ahead.
Pray to the cat gods. Okay, so yeah,
The senator doesn't look at all worried when you mention neurotoxin. Like she seems just standing there calmly in the room.
I swear, if this is just some creepy Romulan ritual, I will do absolutely nothing.
Can I do an impact check on the
Sure.
Does she have any indication of yes, everything's going to plan, or just get this over with?
It's impatience.
Okay, that's
And a
kind of what I
mild
was
level of
thinking.
embarrassment.
Okay, that makes sense.
This is a Romulan aphrodisiac.
Oh God.
God. Okay, can I roll something to identify this substance further?
Sure. Reason medicine, difficulty of 3. Thala can assist with this because he did do the initial scan.
Xenobiology or botany?
Botany.
Okay.
What do I have to do to us? Oh, I'm sorry.
Spend 1 momentum, please.
Sure.
I don't have a focus. Talent. Nice.
One moment.
What'd you say Thala was assisting with?
Reason medicine.
Well, there's a big help for you.
Well, I'm gonna use my cautious to reroll that 0 on mine. Yeah.
Good reroll.
Oh goodness. So, oh yeah, you got your momentum back. What did I say the difficulty was again?
I don't remember.
2.
2. Yeah. So that's
3.
math.
3 momentum.
3. So it would appear, Kamor, that you've seen this before. It matches the sedative, or at least the sedative component that you found in the cargo. This seems to be something that's used that would have a very intense sedation effect on most humanoids, and for Romulans in particular, now that you have some context to go off of, for Romulans in particular, it can be used as a very powerful sort of antipsychotic.
Okay.
And more detail on that would cost you momentum or more rolls.
Yeah, I'll spend 1 momentum to figure out if it's something that should not be this specific combination, because you said it was combined with something else, right?
Yeah, the fluids she made on their own are inert; they don't come off as anything. But when combined together and in contact with the metal, it's a type of Romulan steel. It creates this powerful sedative.
Okay, yeah, I'll spend that 1 momentum to see if this specific combination would have any unknown effects to other species.
It would knock them clean out. It would put them into a comatose state almost. For some species, and depending on the patient, they could have heart failure. That's not the primary goal, but if you were if you have a sensitive disposition, being given that much sedative, that potent, would put down most people. It's the sort of thing you use on Vulcans, not everyone else. This could put down a Klingon. Let's put it that way. If you put it on like a human or like an Andorian, they would not respond well to this.
Got you. Well, this doesn't seem to be entirely life-threatening. Senator, we would really appreciate you informing us that you have such substance on board. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to see why the captain is doubling over.
Thanks for the help.
I'll send you a full report of this in a moment.
Appreciate
I'm
it.
gonna check on the captain.
As you go over to check on him, the security guy looks over at Thala and kind of goes, "So, do we arrest her or?"
No. We're done.
Aye, sir. I presume you leave the senator's room.
Yes.
Yes.
She quickly closes the door. Before Sandina Ray can get a good look, she's kind of looking in that direction like, what is... Oh, okay, that happened.
I don't know how much of a telepath this lady is, but yeah. Because now that there's a telepath around, every time I do something, I'm like, what am I thinking about?
Can you help my son? She
I
says
will
when you
try.
walk in.
I don't know. Just the think just feels off.
I
Ops, can
did-
you?
Oop.
Ops, can you connect me to Tamara on the surface?
Getting no response.
Do we have a scan of her shuttle?
Yes, sir.
Any occupants nearby?
Negative, sir.
Damn it! Wonder if she's in trouble.
The doctor's looking a little bit smug and also concerned at the same time. You know what I mean? Like, this is bad, but he was right. And also, I'm gonna scan the captain.
I'm gonna be making my way to Artemis.
Commander Ray, please give me a fitness plus medicine roll. 2.
Composure again?
Yes.
And I can't do nothing about that.
Oh no.
Oh, no. Ray, you suffer 3 stress.
Okay.
As you feel, as the whole world shifts sideways for a second and snaps back into center. And, oh.
Question: is the station at yellow alert yet?
No.
Can I trigger yellow alert?
You totally can.
I'm triggering yellow alert.
Hey, call out to the computer, yellow alert.
And I'm gonna
icons light
check
up.
on the. I mean, okay, Tamara's missing, something blew up, and the captain's passing out. Yep, yellow alert, and I'm scanning.
Reason medicine difficulty 2.
Yeah, so you have authorization for that.
This is a very strange
produce.
posting. Diagnosis. Diagnosis. I can't say that word for some reason.
Diagnostics.
As a focus.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna spend a momentum for my cautious. And triage. It won't matter because it's only one person, but still. Boop. And reroll that 0. Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Okay, cool. That is 3 momentum. Yeah, it according to your scans, Commander Ray is not from this universe, and he is going out of sync with it every so often. As it seems that it's almost like his quantum signature is shifting. For one, people in a universe don't shift. You are the universe becomes, and you are a certain frequency. His is moving, and because it's doing that, his biology is getting confused. So it's like he's both motion sick in 0G, and both not and having a cold.
Okay, so I'm gonna like stare at my readings for a second. My mouth is gonna open slightly. Computer red alert.
Mind telling me what's going on?
Well, Captain, unless you've been keeping something from us, you're not from this universe.
That is just as much a surprise to me as it is to you.
I doubt that. Let's go to the Dr. Magnus.
Ray, your mother just disappears in front of your eyes.
My eyes too?
Oh, she was never here.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, Commander. Sandina Ray is due in another month.
Computer
and program. Okay,
computer, locate a Sandrino Ray.
Sandina Ray is not aboard the outpost.
When was she last on board the outpost?
Captain,
2 months,
she
1
hasn't.
week, and 5 days.
She has not arrived yet.
No, she was just here.
No, sir. I'm confused. In and out of character.
Computer,
Yes.
or what? Computer, tell me the status of the ship docked at docking port 4.
Docking port 4 was where the
No,
Jewel
no,
was supposed to
yes.
land?
Yeah, that's where the Jewel was supposed.
It's empty currently.
So, for my sake, when I talk to her in the cargo bay, is there weird dimensional stuff happening, and that didn't happen, or?
Yeah, everything that involves Sandina Ray did not happen as far as your character is concerned. She never showed up. You never found a compound. You did find out about the Senators thing, but you didn't make the connection about a ship.
And the captain was out in the hallway talking to himself.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
I'm still standing out there because when we all left, things happening with the commander, I would have, stopped and watched what was going on. So from my perspective, am I seeing this weirdness happen, or am I from my perspective, she wasn't here as well, or have I seen anything?
From your perspective, she was never here as well. You were even told that she was delayed because she had an engine failure. So she had to wait a little
Captain, bit. So from your perspective, I'm ranting about someone who isn't supposed to be here yet.
Yeah.
To go slightly meta, he's not changing. He's shifting from universe to universe.
Oh. Come over to Magnus.
Yes.
As security guards are hammering him with questions of what happened.
We have a problem on board the station. Commander Tamira is missing. The captain's from another universe. He's saying his mother's here. She never was here.
Magnus, is we need a quantum shield around the station.
This is out of my wheelhouse.
Stand right there. Don't shift into another universe. I'll be right there.
Yeah, sure. I'll just grab onto the nearest bulkhead.
Can I put like a shield around him?
I'm gonna scrounge all of my lab for tools that might help, and I guess my special suit is not ready yet, is it?
No, you're weeks away from that.
Okay,
Okay,
so
then I'll run to them.
Also, I'm fairly good at science. Could I make a science roll to see if I could figure out some kind of field that might stop the weird dimensional shiftiness?
Actually, off the top of my head, I can tell you that there's a opportunity to threat one item that can bring him into shift, because the Enterprise ran into this problem before with a different crewman.
So opportunity 2 is 2 momentum.
Yes.
Oh, I have the perfect thing. Yeah, well, I'll do that. I guess I'll go to a replicator and override the safety, what it can produce safety thing, and replicate one of those.
Yep. And as a senior officer, you're able to replicate it.
Now slap it on him and turn it on.
Commander Ray, you can attempt a fitness plus medicine roll. You can be assisted by Kamor.
Same composure focus. Or persuasion to persuade the universe to stop messing with.
It'd be composure.
just ask you to help. Fitness, you said, or daring? What'd you say?
Well, in your case, we'll actually say daring.
Ooh,
It makes better sense.
medicine.
Like daring science, daring medicine.
I don't know. Do I have a focus for this? It's emergency medicine.
I would take emergency medicine. You're doing
This
something.
does appear to be an emergency.
You gain 2 momentum by my count. Oops. Oh, no. Yeah, that's right, actually. That's 2 threat. That's not correct. I do not get threat when you guys succeed. Normally.
Thank gosh.
Yeah, you're able to bring Ray into a quantum halt, if you will, as he stops shifting universes. I mean, he's not going to feel great for the next 24 hours, but he's not going to move around anymore.
Okay. So,
You just slapped a thing on my
your arm.
on my arm. Do I recognize it?
On a glance, there's this fuzzy memory about something. What's your science score off the top of your head?
2.
2? Yeah, you probably have been briefed on it in passing.
Something quantum something warp field. No, put that threat back. Put that
Nah,
threat
it's
right back where it came from.
It's fine.
I don't know what else to do. I guess I'm waiting on
Fine,
Magnus.
I'll start putting it back.
Computer
Lieutenant-
location magnet.
Where's Magnus? Is he heading to them?
Yes. Yes.
As you say that, Magnus comes running down the hallway.
Lieutenant Thala, maybe you should get to the bridge.
I-
Ensign might be freaking out right now.
Hurry! We need to get him.
I
Do a
stabilized
transporter
him
room.
for temporarily.
Get him to a transporter room.
What's
Okay.
going on?
We're
From another universe, and you're fading out.
we are going to right all the wrongs.
Does that mean you're from another universe too? I look at Magnus.
I pause for half a second and I start scanning myself.
Yeah,
Am I from another
start
universe?
scanning too.
No, your quantum signature matches your surrounding.
Weird.
No,
Where's my
it's
mother?
just
Starbase
going to-
32. I don't know.
we're gonna take you to her. Let's go. And I start ushering him towards the transporter.
Empath check. He's lying.
I don't know, are you?
No, I 100% believe that I'm going to get you to your mother.
Okay.
I'll just have this as our holding room. There. Get you out there. No. Shoo, security man, you're not there. Lieutenant Thala, you step onto the bridge. The ensign holding the chair kind of steps out of it. Sir?
I nod to him and take position.
Sir, sensors detect the shuttlecraft is lifting off. It's coming back.
Which one?
The Disraeli, sir. The one that Lieutenant Commander Tamira took down.
Oh. It's taking off. Can we scan it to see who's on? I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, sir. Just wanted to report that it had landed on the surface, and it's and now it's lifted off from there. It's not going very fast, just maneuvering thrusters.
Will you scan to see if anyone's aboard?
Scanning. Yes. There is one person aboard.
Any way to identify?
Piers Vulcan, and pulling up the file, sir. Stand by. It matches up with the life sign readings of Lieutenant Commander.
I contact. So I was just with Kamor. He was the one. So I contact him and let him know that the ship has taken off and that her life signs are aboard it.
Can you get her on comms? We could use her help here.
Yeah, have her hailed.
Channel open.
Lieutenant Commander, are you receiving me?
Affirmative. Is everything all right?
Not specifically. We need your help. Let me patch you through, and the doctor can explain a bit better than I could. And I put them through however it's done.
Couple button presses on your chair, that sort of thing.
Okay.
Lieutenant Commander?
Yes.
There appears to be some dimensional shifts going on. Please get back to the station immediately. The captain is phasing out of this universe. We've stabilized him for the moment.
No, he needs to go down to where the anomaly is at. That is the only way he can safely not pass through to the other universe.
Can I hear this?
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's over.
Oh,
over
yeah,
my
then
back.
I'm saying, I'm already on it. I'm getting him there.
Wait for me before you get the transport. I will meet you there.
Was I briefed on the whole gate thing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
It's a senior staff only clearance, but
Right.
so only you, 5.
It's still
Can't do
very new to me, and I'm not quite sure how it works.
Hey, that makes sense.
Like they told me last week.
Yeah.
Lieutenant Commander, have you located your duplicates?
They have been taken care of.
Meaning?
Meaning they are currently offline. I could not place them in the shuttle. I will have to come back with them. I was planning on bringing an engineering team down.
Why did you take them offline?
They are malfunctioning. It was quite a arduous battle. Though, luckily for my sake, there was actually an expedition team there that was able to help me.
Oh, okay. Commander, you wouldn't happen to remember you wouldn't happen to remember what happened to the Artemis on the night of the plasma fires, would you? It might be relevant to what we're trying to do.
Do I know this?
Fitness, medicine, difficulty 1, because you're in phase now.
Well, he's
You
doing
need
that.
to be
Can I
more
call-
specific, Doctor.
No, yeah. I just I'm asking if you remember what happened to the Artemis on the night of the plasma fires.
I believe it was destroyed. Though I was not actually there. Is everything alright, Doctor?
Oh, yes, everything's quite all right. And if you don't mind me asking, because you're the only person who've experienced this before, and this should also help. Do you have you ever witnessed an assassination?
Of who?
Of anyone? Have you ever personally up close witnessed one?
I've seen many forms.
Of assassination?
Of different events, Doctor. Doctor, this is rather illogical. What is your questioning for this reasoning? The commander's life is in danger. He must be down towards the anomaly so we can correct the issue.
What are you gonna do with me at
Yeah.
that anomaly, Tamara?
Can you meet us? The ship has better transporters. Can you meet us at the ship's transporters, please?
That's the goal.
Thank you. And I close whoever's comm badge it is. I start tapping comm badges.
I'll just tap my comm badge. Also, I'm
so-
freaking out slightly, so I'm also gonna call a security team.
There's a. Hold on, let me think for a second. And he starts like doing cross marks in the air, like he's doing a. There's a better than 50% chance that Tamira is not Tamira.
What? Is it one
Only-
of the androids?
Only one Tamira two Tamiras know about the assassination, and two Tamiras know about the gateway.
Wait,
Only
wait.
one Tamira knows about both, and that Tamira didn't know about both.
Do I know about an assassination?
Oh, no, this is something that I learned while scanning Tamira's brain.
So you're saying this is one of the androids?
There is a very good,
Or is this
like
another dimension, Tamira?
No, I rate the chance of extra-dimensional Tamira's, what is today, Wednesday? Less than 10%. Now, Tamira's that aren't biological, we're over 60% on that one.
Okay, I'm just gonna grab one of the phasers from one of the security guys.
Oh, can I have one of those?
Yeah, sure. And I point at one of the security guys.
Sir. They hand you their Type 2, and
I'll hold it in my tail.
actually they very quickly kind of run off and find a locker and refill their hands.
There's
So
probably one
they're
in the
armed again.
transporter room.
And actually, what we're gonna do, we're gonna move over to the transporter room as a new scene starts. Where's my transporter room? I have a graphic for it now. Fortunately, I'm lying to myself. That's on a different server. So you're over here now.
Sounds good.
I'll use this. It's bigger. More room. And I believe Tamira was rolling in.
Shouldn't be, because we're going
She
to.
was joining us on the surface, right?
No, Tamira was supposed. we told Tamira we were going to the transporter rooms on the ship, but we're on the station, so I was taking us to the transporter rooms on the station. I was
Tamira,
specifically not going to where Tamira's going.
Oh, I
Tamira,
understand.
you're on the Artemis, and you're in one of the transporter rooms. No one's here.
Computer, please locate Commander Ray and Dr. Magnus.
Neither Commander Ray or Lieutenant Magnus are aboard the Artemis.
It's illogical for the
Back.
doctor to lie to me. She taps her comm badge. Dr. Magnus, I thought you were meeting me on the bridge at the transport room on the Artemis. Or on the transport room on the Artemis.
We are. Can you look
We're on
out
the
into the
way.
hallway? Just peek
Never
out into
mind.
the hallway real quick.
There's not enough time. Doctor.
No, we're walking down the hallway. You can see us if you step your head out.
We're one more door away. Oh, I'm gonna make the hissing sound of a door opening.
Don't do that. Yeah, I'm just gonna say we're walking down the hallway. If you step outside, you should see us.
Very well. This is rather curious and puzzling, Doctor.
Do we hear a door open?
Well, sure you do, because you're walking into transporter room 3 on the outpost.
No, did I hear one through the comm badge is what I was asking. Did Tamir actually walk through the door?
Did you?
Very well, Doctor. I will wait here for you.
I'm gonna end the comm. Doctor, should we send security to get her if that's not the real Tamira?
She's not the real Tamira. I mean, I
Would
put
I be
a
able
lot of
to-
effort into Tamira. If I'm wrong, then she's
If
not
you're
going
wrong,
to
she'll be
do-
mad at us, but she's a Vulcan, so she can't show it. So it wouldn't matter.
But if I'm right about this, she's just gonna kill a bunch of security people.
She is on a transporter pad. Just saying.
Let's focus on de-universing this guy or re-universing this guy. You with the phaser, and I'm pointing towards Thala. You
Guys?
deal with her.
But yes.
If she's an android, I would be able to tell. Let's meet up with
Okay.
her. If she's not on the level, I will let you know. Otherwise, we seriously need her help.
Okay,
Fair
let's
enough.
go. Oh no, we're not. We're not bringing her here. We're taking you away.
We
Get
do have
here,
an entire
on the
security
transporter
team
pad.
here.
Just step up there.
Commander, says the security guards who are watching this very weird conversation go. It doesn't sound too good to them. Do you need some assistance? They look
Yes,
suspiciously at Magnus and Kamor.
Tamira is the one with the most experience with the anomaly. I'm not going down and without. That's an order.
I have an idea.
Hey.
Okay, all of us off of the pad. All of us off of the pad.
All stop. Hold on. Something's happening. Tamira, please give me a control plus engineering roll, difficulty of 4.
This is great. I love this.
Hey, no one's being punched, so
Nothing could be better than this other than a Q episode.
noted.
Don't give the DM ideas.
No, I cannot wait. Like, it's gonna be absolute torture, but it's gonna be great.
Oh, wrong music. Wrong music. Stop. This one. Oh, yeah. That would have gone like that. Yeah, I think that would apply.
Well, he's spending all his threat, which means he can't mess with us that much.
Why would you say such a thing?
And Commander Ray vanishes before your eyes as he's beamed away.
Weren't we at red
Is it an
alert?
actual? Is it an actual transporter effect?
Yeah.
Weren't we at
I
red
jump
alert
on
though?
the transporter.
The shields are.
Yeah, we're at red alert. The shields were up, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can't beam through shields.
You can if you have the
Unless
proper
he's
access
cheating.
codes,
Ooh,
like a ranking officer.
I'm gonna go over to the compad and I'm going to I'm gonna type in that Lieutenant Commander Tamira is no longer fit for duty, and revoke all of her command access. And we have a senior officer to agree.
Give me presence plus medicine or presence plus con, difficulty 2 to hammer that in. Magnus can assist with this, or Thala.
What was that? Presence plus what?
Medicine.
Okay.
Or con, if that's better. Somehow I don't think it is.
No.
I will let him work on that. I'm going
Alright.
to attempt to take us from alert so that I can beam.
I don't. Do I have a focus for this?
That's a good question. How? No.
I don't think so.
I wouldn't worry about it too much. Like, if you don't think you can make the roll, I wouldn't worry about it.
What
I wouldn't
difficulty was
say
it?
you have it. No.
What difficulty was it?
A 2.
If I spend one momentum, I think I might can do it. Boop. And perfect. Cautious and reroll that 1. That 0. Yep.
3 and 4. 2 momentum gained. Yeah, you're able to put through the command, and you have officially relieved Lieutenant Commander Tamara of duty due to medical reasons, as seconded by Lieutenant Junior Grade Thal.
Perfect. So now she has to hack things to do things,
That's true.
which will take time.
You're right.
This is over my head.
Can we get on the pad?
One of the security guys walks over to Magnus and stands on the pad. You coming, Doctor?
Sure.
I'll go in and put in coordinates real quick. I'm gonna beam us into the elevator.
Roll for me. Let me think. Well, it's control engineering. We know that already. Delay. Difficulty 4. 4. Assisted by ships, stations. Sorry. Sensors plus engineering.
Take 6 threat.
Huzzah! I get threat again.
Rerolling the zeros. Oh, and this is relevant. I have a focus in transporters and replicators.
That's relevant, yeah. Meanwhile, Lieutenant Thala,
Oh,
So
Thala
you-
didn't jump on with us?
Thala's commanding the station.
Oh.
he's up in operations.
We just have a whole security team with us.
Oh, I thought he was with us the whole time.
No, I recommended he go to ops because there was just an incident up there and there was crazy stuff happening.
But Lieutenant Thala, you are aware of what's going on. You could see that there was a beam out on the Artemis,
And
and there was a
the
beam out
exo,
in the decks where the Commander Ray was.
and we just
and-
relieve the exo of duty.
Yeah, pretty much. What do you want to do?
Can I see where? So I saw there was a beam out from here. Do I know what the target location was?
Yes. It seems to be in location marked the gate.
Okay. And these both happened simultaneously.
Very close to each other. It was your crew was kind of madly dashing to figure out what was happening and try to figure out, piece together what was wrong, and then one beam out, and then three beam outs kind of happened all at once, within like seconds, if not of each other.
Well, in case they're not aware, I contact both doctors and let them know about what we just picked up about both beams.
Yes, we're in the elevator on the planet. Right?
Yes, you are.
Yes, that
Oh.
one of those was us.
Okay.
How long is this elevator ride?
It's fairly long.
Well, I explained to him
Oh.
what we happened so far.
Yeah.
Can I give a little boost in speed to the elevator?
God. Thank God I have 9 lives.
Yeah, it'd be a daring engineering roll. Difficulty let's make it fun and make it a 3.
Oh yeah, we're taking that security team.
Okay, so I'll take 1 threat back, and you
Mhm.
use up one of your momentum.
I have high daring, but my security leaves much to be desired.
I'll take. You can have 3 threat. Does computers or EPS power systems help in
EPS
overriding?
helps.
Okay. Oh, I forgot to click focus because I do have one. And
Nope,
I
too
have
late.
So that's. I'm re-rolling 1-0.
Okay.
I don't think either of those were below your focus level anyway.
Yeah, one of them is a 5, and I have a 5 in engineering.
Oh, perfect.
So that's technically 4.
Gain a momentum out of it. Although you're losing it because a new scene's going to start.
And I kind of, before I like make the switch, I kind of say, if you start to float, don't worry, it'll go away in a couple of seconds.
I'm just gonna hold on to something. It's like bolted down. Could we not have beamed directly to the gate?
No, it's too deep.
And there's transport inhibitors around it, as per commander's orders.
Didn't. Wait, what?
Yeah, that is the correct response to that.
Yeah, somehow when Tamira goes down here, people disappear and they don't come back. Or when they do come back as changed people.
That was not in my report.
It was just not categorized like that. I may have glossed over some details.
Commander Ray, you are beamed before the presence of the gate.
My facepalm.
Are the transport inhibitors still like around? Can I see?
Stepping away from one of them and turning one of them on is Tamira. As if there
Commander.
was a ring of them that were turned on, and then one of them was off, and then Temeria walks over, kind of clicks it on to fix the field.
To punch a hole in it to allow us to beam down into it.
Yeah.
Do I sense any empathic signatures from Tamira?
Yes.
So bad.
Commander, you must fix everything. Your life and mine are at stake right now.
I'm assuming you have a damn good reason for kidnapping me down here.
To save your life, of course. It would be illogical for you to perish. Or to disappear in this case.
I suppose so. What's happening?
We must go through the gate and then focus on the reality.
We don't know anything about what's on the other side of that gate.
True, but is it not a Starfleet mission to explore the unknown?
Exploring usually means I come back to report on it.
It is highly logical that we will survive the process. I have went through it myself before, and I am still here.
You and your small army.
What army? It is just me. If you mean by my alternates that Dr. Magnus created, it is unfortunate that there's some malfunctions with that. I assure you, I am me. We must go quickly now, Commander.
Okay. I've got nothing else I can do. And I start walking towards the gate.
As you stand before the precipice of the gate, for a moment, you can almost see Beta Zed inflamed, and in the same moment, triumphant against the Breen. For a moment, you can see Outpost Andon crashing into the planet below. And in the same vision, you can see it gliding along in orbit.
This is more than just a gateway, isn't it?
It is. It's a gateway of reality.
And there's one of these on Tholia.
Tholia and several other locations.
And one next to the Screaming of the Reach.
Precisely. If we do not go through this gate, many will suffer and possibly perish.
Would they suffer and perish, or would we just be asserting our dominance over the timeline?
We must not repeat the night of the plasma fires, Commander. I am sure you do not wish to see another war, like what happened on Beta Z during the Dominion War. The universe is at stake, the Federation even. more so.
And I just have to take your word, or that this will fix.
Possibly. But your life is in stake, in danger. If you do not survive, and myself, there is great risk that so will others. We must hurry, Commander.
Commander Ray, give me insight plus. I'm gonna call this insight command. And it's opposed by Tamira.
Any focuses, persuasion, tactics, cultural studies?
I'll give you cultural studies, actually.
And I'll spend a momentum to get an extra dice, and for
Tamira, you can have at least one extra die. Do you want more? That sounds like a yeah. Ray, in Tamira, you sense the emotion you're feeling isn't in front of you, it's behind you. And it's one that's seen absolute terror and suffered greatly, but is putting the best logical face forward possible. But right now, there's almost the tiniest hint of panic that you're not moving.
Great, a Vulcan with PTSD.
okay. At that, I'm convinced that if Tamira is freaking out, I should do what needs to be done, and I step through the portal.
Just give me a second.
Oh, well.
Right. So,
See if I can find the meme.
So, we're going to pull in this juncture. Magnus, Kamor, and Thala. Which I imagine you'll want one of your security guys to roll to intervene on this problem.
What do I do?
Basically, you can control one of the supporting characters because Thala isn't there, but one of your security
Right.
guys will be.
Oh, okay, sure.
We'll have Sarotrak, since he's the guy on deck.
He's also one of our best support security guys.
He's your only security guy. I'm sorry, there's an Andorian that can act as an Andorian guard that helps as well.
I love that description. He's the only.
Well, when you only have so many on the totem pole, someone has to be at top.
I know.
Ray, you suffer 4 stress. As you are floating in the air and bits and parts of you are being pulled away into the gate.
Oh,
And you can see Commander Ray floating there before the gate as various realities swarm by, and bits and pieces of him that are just floating away into it. As Lieutenant Commander Tamira is looking up at him. Although she probably turns and sees you because you're not. The elevator isn't the quietest thing in the world.
It's just like it just crashes because he had it going fast. It's just like it stopped. Like it's not enough damage. Just like it just hits the ground.
We see him floating?
Oh yeah.
Doctor?
You handle her, we gotta stop him. I'm gonna run and try to grab Ray.
And we're in combat.
Oh my.
Magnus, since you're starting this mess, and as a highlight to the combat starting, Tamira is pulling her phaser as Magnus is rushing toward Ray.
Joke's on her, ours were already pulled.
Whoop. So Magnus, you're the one who acted first. If you want to get to Ray, you are some distance from him, so to get to him, you're gonna need to do a fitness plus security difficulty of 2 to get up to him. Because you have to run over there and get to him in one go. Problem is, it's a task roll to get to him, so it'll cost you a quick to action to do something else once you get to him.
Yeah, I just have to. 6 threat. I don't have any resources or focuses or anything.
I'm going to up the complication by 3
2, 3, or to 4?
to 4.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. So now I spend the 2 momentum.
So that would have gotten you 2 momentum there, but you have a complication on the table. Do you want to buy that off?
Yes.
Okay, just wanted to make sure because I had something in mind, but you bought it off.
Oh, then another 2 for quick to action.
So you're there, you're on the precipice, just shy of the gate with an armed Mira behind you, and not a lot of time.
Because of that fact, I'm gonna just like try to bear hug him and go through with him and push through.
What? What?
I have a security of 1. Magnus does not think he can defeat an armed android. There's
Not an
0 chance I
android.
can survive that.
Magnus,
Magnus believes it's an android, even if you don't. Even if it's not true, like the evidence Magnus has seen points to it. He may be wrong though.
Magnus, okay,
I think you're in the same mind. Right now, the GM is the same as the doctor, just like, what? Okay.
Fitness plus medicine or fitness plus command, opposed by Tamira.
Me?
Yeah.
Will xenotechnology help?
Yeah.
Long shot, but testing a theory?
No.
Is it an android? Let's find out.
Can I? Can I spend 2 momentum with my research attaché to say that I have one of those protective headbands that I built like 4 sessions or 5 sessions ago?
Sure.
And, that'll create an advantage. Can I use the advantage just to decrease the difficulty of this next task?
Yeah. Tamira, you can have 2 extra dice, by the way.
So I'll just give you 6 threat.
I'm gonna spend some of that threat. 6 threat.
Uh,
She doesn't want you to go.
can I
Oh.
spend my determination on there's a gadget for every problem since I'm using the gadget
1, 2.
for a reroll?
3. So you get 5 dice there, Tamira. What was the request,
There-
Magnus?
There's a gadget for every problem,
I think that comes up, yeah.
so I'll reroll 3.
Mm-hmm.
That's 6.
And actually, your advantage buy cancels out the increased difficulty for quick to action. So this is just a flat comparison of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 versus 1, 2, 3, 4. Commander Ray and Magnus vanish into the gate as he slams into him and poofs.
Okay, you know that sound when you step on the cat's tail?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that.
Turn goes to you, Tamira.
I'm sorry, guys. So, yeah.
Can we give you 2 threat to keep them initiative?
No.
Oh.
I mean, that's the GM, but
It's GM's
because I
prerogative.
I didn't keep the initiative. I only
It's
I
swift
did a
cast.
quick action. Yeah, but you don't have momentum to do it anyways.
That's why I said 2
Oh, that's
threat.
yeah.
Yeah. But
Well, okay.
Set phaser to area.
mm-hmm.
Ooh, she's got you. She's got you dead to rights.
I don't think I'm going to be down in 1 turn. 1 combat round, unless she's a lot better at combat than I think.
No, but she'll get you to where she could take you down next turn.
Oh, of course.
Oh,
Okay,
if
so-
she quits the actions, she can definitely take you down with it.
What is quick to action?
Spending swift task. Not
Swift
quick
task.
action.
I don't know what that is.
1 threat. Spend.
Okay.
For an extra dice.
Who are you shooting?
Oh, it was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, those 2. 'Cause they're gone. That's a hit.
That is a hit.
To be fair, there's probably more. There's like a group there.
You might need to say who, because if they're not within physical distance of each other, it would require an effect to hit the
And
other.
there is an
Oh, it doesn't-
entire security
Um,
team too. It's not just a
yeah,
one
it-
security guy,
It
right?
doesn't matter. You got an effect.
So, 1 threat for extra damage for a total of 5.
And actually, funny enough, as Kimura and Track and several parts of the security team get shot, they start getting ready to do something.
And we never existed.
Commander Ray and Magnus tumble into an empty room as Magnus basically tackles you through the hole coming the other way.
Is there another hole there? Is there a hole behind us?
Yeah, you just jumped out of the gate.
I scan him real quick, myself and the universe.
You both don't match the universe you're currently in.
Magnus, what the hell?
We need to go back through. Neither of us belong here.
Yeah, you weren't supposed to come with.
Well, you weren't really supposed to come either. You were supposed to go, but I don't believe you were going where you were supposed to go.
What the hell? Where's Tamara?
50-50 chance, either dead or standing over the doctor and the security officer.
Do I have
You see-
any idea what's going on?
Well, you don't belong here. You need to go back to where you belong. And I don't belong here, and I need to go back to where I belong. And you didn't belong where we came from, but I did belong where we came from. And I'm pretty sure that was one of the Tamiras I built, because it didn't know things it was supposed to know, and it pulled a weapon without asking, without talking.
She had an empathic signature. She was alive.
Yeah. I built the androids. They were living. We didn't really test for that, but they weren't artificial. They were originally people. It's a bunch of metaphysical stuff. I'm not quite sure. It could be either or. I mean, if you're up to date on your Tellurian philosophy, we might be able to solve it if we think about it for a second, but probably don't have the time for that.
You just go through to your universe. I'll go through to mine, wherever that's supposed to be.
That's the problem. I don't really know how this works, but there's no selector switch on it. Let me take a look. Just stand there real quick. Don't shift, die, or ceased to be. Just keep existing right there. I'll turn around and I'll start trying to scan the thing, seeing if I can make heads or tails.
As you start that, I want both of you to roll for me fitness medicine difficulty 2, as it feels incredibly warm where you are.
Oh, I've done this before, and I failed at it. There's a Vulcan around here somewhere with a staff.
And I still have the stress from before, and would I be able to use composure?
No,
You can
sadly.
If you've only taken one hit and are you trying to avoid an injury? If you need to
Not
avoid
yet.
Okay. But if you need to, if you've already spent momentum, you can spend your determination. It just makes the next one you take lethal.
Oh god.
But
I mean,
the next one you're going to take is lethal anyways, because you've already taken one.
Yep.
So I would advise doing that if you take this. Oh, you're at a threat. 6 threat. You can use the momentum I generate. Does xenotechnology still help?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't think there's any focus.
Seems like you're just dead.
All right. 2 momentum gained. As wow, it is really uncomfortably hot here, but yeah, you're keeping clear-headed there, Magnus.
I kind of point towards the commander. Oh, commander. If you should. I think right there you have a one of the headbands I made. You could use that. It'll help any effects you're feeling. And you can spend 2 momentum to get an advantage there if you want.
I'll spend 2 momentum to get that advantage. And take a threat for an extra dice.
Yeah, you're able to keep a clear head as it's incredibly hot in here, but yeah, sweating, but you're still able to move. For the tricorder scan, I'm going to ask for a reason plus science, difficulty of 3.
I assume we get a momentum back because of the advantage, or did he not use the advantage?
Oh, you're right. Yep.
Would I get testing a theory, or has nothing been related to this yet?
Nothing to this yet.
Okay. Xenotechnology?
Yes.
What's the difficulty?
3.
Take 3 through it.
Sure. Gain 3 momentum as you get a nice thorough scan of the gate as a portal of psionic esper thought. That is to say that it is a thing that exists because people think it exists. Therefore, it does. You aren't time traveling or anything like that. You are, as science reports have suggested, you are simply shifting reality.
I close my eyes and I think really hard that it should not exist, and then I kind of peek my eye open to see if anything changed.
The difficulty to achieve that is a difficulty 10. If you can make that, you could make it not exist.
Okay, I get theory into practice now, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's look at this.
Oh God.
What does he make it not
so
exist?
I get
I'm
a
very
D20 and
concerned.
it's gonna go to a 9.
I mean, fair.
Wait, difficulty 10?
Oh yeah, this thing is off the charts.
I mean,
Most stuff
okay.
maxes out at
physically possible, just highly unlikely.
Okay, can I spend, let's see, first 2 momentum on my R&D attribute that I have a device that, like, I don't know, like, you can put it on you and it, like, keeps you calm so you can focus on things.
I call that a sedative myself, but yeah.
No, it's not medicine. I'm talking about, like, an actual, like, physical device. Because I'm not a doctor.
See, I'm imagining a stress ball now with little squeaky noises.
This is like a
A meditative
23rd
aid.
century or 24th century stress ball.
I mean,
Okay.
sure.
So, difficulty's down to 8. This is going to seem repetitive.
2, 3,
But can I spend...
6, 7.
No, you can't do this to me. I was so close.
You are. Oh no. The complication is all the way up the. Is maxed
Oh,
out.
okay. Okay. I thought you were going to raise the difficulty. Okay, so...
No.
2 more momentum that I have an amplifier for my headset, like the one I gave Commander Ray that I put on before I went in, and it reverses the effects and increases my ability to send out psionic signals.
Sure.
So difficulty is now down to 8. No, it's down to 7. Because I got 2 advantages and I got theory into practice, so it's down to 7. Okay.
I think now's the time to profit determination.
So I'm gonna burn I am after knowledge for knowledge sake, since I'm cutting myself off from possibly the greatest concentration of knowledge gathering. Like the device that is most capable of gathering knowledge, I'm cutting myself off from it.
I would let you burn that. Yep.
I'll spend it on there is a gadget for every problem, since I'm gadgeting up to save the day.
Yeah.
Okay. That's 2. And I will buy okay, so 1d20 from testing a theory, and then technically I get 1 from the thing. So I think I can only buy 1 extra dice.
True.
Yes. So, and I think it costs 3 to do.
Yes.
So I will spend 3 for that third.
Okay.
But I'm technically rolling 4 dice. 1 has already rolled a crit. Okay. Hold on to your butt.
How messed
Oh wait,
Oh.
that's not good enough.
You rolled a crit.
So I've only gotten 4. I need to do better than that. So I want to. Do we have a mission directive?
Yeah, it has something to do with helping the trade mission go well between the
Okay.
Ramens and the Betazoids.
Yeah.
That mission's failed at this point. Don't even worry about that.
I don't
Well, I
think
wanted
that
to see if
mission
I
ever
could
existed.
challenge it.
If I'm right, that mission never existed at this point.
I mean, yeah, there's that. It existed for him, to be fair.
Can I burn? There is a gadget for every problem, because the gadgets are not quite getting me there. I need some more.
Okay.
Really? You're
And
burning.
I'm gonna spend it on
2 down, 2 to go.
critical analysis reveals all, because I think from my analysis I have revealed how to shut this down. Through my the science rolls I made, I've figured this out.
I'll give that to you. And dramatically, I would note that Magnus fiddling with his head gadget for a while and just eventually just takes the thing off and just stares at the gate for a bit.
Okay, that gives me. I can reroll 2. I technically need 3 successes. I need something extra. It just seems so unlikely that I can get this here. I don't think there's anything else I can do. I'm gonna come away with this from 9 successes, I'm calling. Oh, so anticlimactic. Oh, God! Can I succeed for a complication?
You can, but Magnus is gonna be not well by the end on the next episode. He's gonna be very unwell.
Yeah, I don't have any boundaries, so let's do it.
Well, at least I have a patient.
Yeah, the only problem is that neither of us exist in the place where we'd need to be for that to matter.
Well, that's a good. I'm just utterly confused at this point.
Everything goes quiet. Your breath stops. Air just stops moving around you. There's no temperature. There's no sense of touch.
God, I hope you specified what never existed.
Oh, no, I didn't say that I stopped things from existing. I just said I made the gate not be there.
Everything goes dark. Your sense of self fades away. And that is the end of the episode.
Dude, do what you do.